first impressions from picking up and using the iPhone 6 Plus for just a few hours, and of course seeing it and demonstrating it at Apple's launch event a week and a half ago. So the first thing about the 6 Plus you're going to notice is it's big. Personally, I've been using larger phones for a while. I was coming over from a OnePlus One. I've been using the LG G3. Larger phones are sort of used to me. It's sort of more strange now to have almost a smaller device. But it is bizarre to see iOS on a gigantic screen. It just seems strange. You're so used to seeing it on a teeny tiny little display, and now just to see it just jumbo. It seems a little bit odd to me. It does though have a couple cool things. If you think that maybe you want your icons to be bigger, you can make it bigger and sort of make it easier to sort of get where you want to go. I call it just old people mode, which I'll probably have to set mine to because my eyes, I have like the eyes of like an 85-year-old. Apple tried to make one-handed navigation a bit easier. Now if you double tap the Touch ID button, not push it in, not push the home button, just double tap it lightly, the screen is going to sort of shrink down. It'll do that on almost any screen you're on, sort of make it easier access with one hand to get to where you want to go. And speaking of one hand, the power button is now on the right-hand side of the device. All iPhones before had it on top, and of course with a giant screen, that's just not possible. Your thumb gets used to it really quickly, and maybe I was already used to it because I came from the OnePlus again, but it feels really nice and very easy to use. The device also is incredibly thin. So thin, you almost feel like there's no battery inside of it. A lot has been made too about the curved screen on the device, and it's a curved screen, it's curved glass rather, not the curved screen. So what that means is as you swipe your finger over it, it just feels nice. Apple made just a gigantic deal about how it felt natural and smooth. It feels good. You're not hitting a corner. That's really the gist of it. It's not like, I must buy you because you have curved edges. It works fine. The other thing people are talking about a lot is the camera. So yes, it is still 8 megapixel. There are focus pixels. We did a video showing what the camcorder quality was like. We showed the optical image stabilization on it. But now this 8 megapixel sensor has focus pixels. So it'll focus a little bit quicker. And it does focus very quickly, so you can take shots very fast. I've got a 1-year-old at home, and that dude is a little fast moving. Sometimes I want to get my shots really quickly. What impressed me was how optical image stabilization worked. You can check out the video down below if you want to see our test of what it looked like with Marcus filming me just jumping around. It stabilized really, really well without making things look warped. I was also surprised too, the built-in microphone also worked really, really well. I'm in a lot of meetings, maybe you are too, so you might have your phone and vibrate a lot. The vibration engine in here is ridiculously loud. It's like 4 times as powerful, that's just made that number up, versus what you saw on last generation's iPhone. I mean, you can hear the thing vibrate, it's almost like a ringtone. If you have it on a table, it is going to buzz all over the place, so definitely be aware of that. One of the nice things that I really like about iOS 8, of course, is customizable keyboards. But just a stock keyboard on a large screen makes typing way easier. I've got bigger hands and kind of fat thumbs, and I used to type awfully on the iPhone 5 or 5S keyboard or anything that came before that. Way more accurate now on the larger screen. Also, because you have a larger screen now, if you turn your keyboard into landscape mode, because they're just crazy amount of real estate, you get cut, copy, and paste options, you get arrow keys, so if you can do a ton more things to take advantage of that larger space, it just makes typing much easier. And also in landscape, you now have a landscape view, which is unique to the 6 Plus. You're not going to get that with the 6, so if you like that, you can go ahead and use it. Using it like this, the phone just feels like a mini iPad mini. To be what, just a mini squared. I don't know if I'm going to really use my iPad mini that much anymore. It's just sort of a really nice middle ground. It looks exactly the same. I've got my phone calls on here. I can do everything I could on my iPad mini, but now just on a little smaller screen. It is too early to test battery life. I will say though, we've had the phone on now for about 2 hours and it's been on nonstop. I was doing a restore and downloading apps. I've only lost about 8% of battery life. We also filmed outside, so it seems to be pretty impressive battery life, but of course we'll test that as we go through the days and the weeks that I use the device. But first impressions, at least on battery, seem really good. Also seems really good on the speakers. It's really, really loud, much louder than what we saw on last generation. So if you rely a lot on speakerphone, you want to play your music at a party or whatever, you're going to be pretty happy with that. A lot of people were asking how the phone fits in your pants. You may not be used to carrying a larger phone, especially if you've been sort of an Apple purist. I'll show you right now. It fits very nicely in the pants. It's really, if you're wearing normal dude pants, you're not going to have much issue. It's really thin. Ladies, I wouldn't put it in your back pocket, or dudes who put things in your back pocket, because it will definitely crack if you sit on it. But in just regular pants, no problem at all. I might have to get used to it, but no issue. I don't use cases on my phone either, so taking it in and out of my pocket definitely feels a little bit slippery. So if you're like me, like to take your phones naked, take extra care with your phone. The other sort of weird thing too with this is the camera now's got a little bit of a hump on it, which seems strange for Apple design. They really pay a lot of attention to every small thing, and that seems to be like a really big oversight. I can kind of forgive it on the 6 Plus because it's optical image stabilization, so things have to move, but on the 6 doesn't make much sense. But that also means when you put it on a table, it wiggles a little bit, which is, I don't know, kind of annoying. You have to get used to it, I guess. But funny story, if you look at the press pictures on Apple's website, they use very special angles to make it look like you can't even see that camera up. Just fun thing to do. Go check it out, and you almost don't see it. Overall, though, I'm really enjoying using the phone. I like a big screen. I like iOS. It's nice to have those two sort of married. Whether or not it's going to be the perfect phone, I don't know. It's still the same iOS, it's just a bigger version of it. Hopefully battery life's going to be a bit better as well. Of course, though, as things change as we get through the review process, I will update this and let you guys know what might be different. Anything else you guys want to see, though, be sure to let me know. Leave in the comments down below. And of course, check out technobuffalo.com for all of the coverage on both iPhones as it happens. Until next time, I'm John Renger from TechnoBuffalo. See you guys next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We love making tech videos here. And if you like watching them, be sure to hit the giant subscribe button so you know exactly what's happening in the world of technology. And if you like gaming, you want to see us play some games, albeit sometimes kind of badly, check out our new Twitch channel at twitch.tv/technobuffalo.